I finally managed to make some merchandise. It's available for a very limited time only, so please check out the link down in the description. We've got Charrot t-shirts, we've got Walking House t-shirts, we've got 12 Bamboo t-shirts, we've got Chuffed to Bits t-shirts, which that one's been incredibly well requested. We have Hermit Challenges t-shirts, we've got Missing Mustache t-shirts, and we have more than t-shirts as well. We have caps, we have hoodies. It's been a lot of fun working on the designs, so please do check it out. As I say, link will be down in the description. Anyway, I think that's enough shameless self-promotion for one day. So I was reading through the comments on the previous episode of Hermitcraft, and a lot of you have completely forgotten that I had a villager district. Like, there was some surprise as I flew over it. Quite a few people thought that I actually constructed that in Hermitcraft Season 6. You hadn't realised that that was in Hermitcraft Season 7. And you know, this is true. You know, we built it within the first 10 episodes of Season 7, and then really I haven't actually been back that much. And I'll be honest, there's a reason for that, and it's a bit of a sad one. These guys right here have, well, I mean, I still have 4 villagers left, so that's good. The villagers in my villager breeder have all completely disappeared, and also my zombies have disappeared. And I think this is to do with updating to Minecraft 1.16. It completely destroyed a lot of this stuff, and I didn't know what to do about it, so I just ignored it. And I hoped that you would ignore it as well, but you haven't. So now I have to do something about it. The fix itself isn't particularly complicated. All it involves is just replacing all the trapdoors with carpets and then making sure that all the beds are fully carpeted over so that when the villager wakes back up from its sleep, it doesn't wake up on the bed, it wakes up where it's meant to wake up. The tricky bit is the fact that I now have to try and get the villagers back into their villager breeding cells, which is always incredibly awkward. And when I say awkward, I mean really awkward. I mean, just getting these things into boats. I'm trying my best. There we go. There we go. He's in. He's in. Now I've got to slowly back this up. Just backing it up, backing it up, backing it up. Then I have to get him up there. Right. Easy does it. Easy does it. Easy does it. Now I've got to do that 16 more times. And I'll be honest, I think that probably works best in the form of a time lapse. And this time lapse right here just shows me consistently messing up for around about 45 minutes and then essentially rage quitting. Honestly, I don't really know what I'm doing wrong here. I just can't get the villager breeder to work. All the baby villagers are flying out all over the place. Nothing's functioning, so I'm going to try and become a part of Iskalls' empire. That seems like a productive use of my time. I do believe he's over in his industrial district at this point in time, so I'm just going to fly over there and start bothering him. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Hello!
Hello!
I don't even know why I'm giggling.
Me neither.
I've heard that you're starting an empire. Is that the case?
Yes.
So you're making an empire.
A business empire. Yes.
A business empire.
Yes. True.
And we're neighbours, right?
We are neighbours. Yep.
And I like to think that we've been friends for quite some time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Friends. BFF. Best friends forever.
Yeah. And I had to find out about your empire from your video. You know, you didn't mention it to me. You haven't brought it up or anything like that. You know, and I just
you've been busy.
Yeah, you know,
right?
I was watching your video about you making an empire, building up this rather lovely looking structure right here, and I noticed that there's nothing in my inbox asking me to join the empire. So I thought I'll be a good friend, all right. And I'll take the awkwardness out of it because it's always awkward asking someone if they want to do something. I will turn up and I will say I will be in your empire. I will be in it.
Wait. Let me express my feeling. I mean, I do love you, but there has to be. Is there a buy-in? Do I get diamonds? Maybe the empire is going to be great. It's huge.
It's going to be great because I'm in it and I'm coming in and we're going to help you with it.
What do I get something?
Yes. I have been holding on to something that I think could be... It could get you across. And it does kind of pain me to get rid of it. But I'm like 60% certain that this is the original 12 bamboo.
60%. I've got a plan for how to solve this forever.
Okay. Well,
hold on.
All right. I am 60% certain that this is the original 12 bamboo, and I am 100% certain that this is the original 12 certificate.
Well, as long as you have the certificate, we're good.
Woo!
We're good.
All right. So what's this empire all about then? Come on then.
It's going to be huge. I want to sell as many things as possible in Minecraft, and I want to make it a technical Omega shop.
Okay, so we've got a technical shop. So it's a
Technically,
big...
definitely. It has to be, yes.
So is there... So when you say technical, what is it? Is it like a redstone powered shop, or is it like a really confusing shop that only technical people will understand?
A redstone powered shop.
Right.
Hopefully we want everyone to understand Mumbo. Otherwise we won't be making that much time.
I was just making sure, because otherwise I'll be taking back my 12 bamboo, you know.
Yeah, okay.
Removing my investment.
I can show you. I've already laid down the landmass for the Empire.
Okay. All right. Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is my ender chest, but I'm taking it anyway.
It's
partners.
Partners.
Oh, I'm lost. I don't know where I've gone.
Partners. Well, look at this, dude. All of this landmass that's gold bordered is the landmass that we have for this empire. And of course, we could take down the Omega Store. And now that you're partner, we could even expand and maybe take down Odea, and like there's lots of space here, and it's right. Well, it's a bit of an odd shape, not gonna lie. You don't seem impressed. I am trying to say all the good things, but this is. So
you're building an empire. You're building an empire here.
Well,
here. This is your spot for your empire.
Yeah. What's wrong with it?
I mean, it's a bit bad.
Wait. What?
I need to get a face like that. We need to have. I need to be able to react in the same way that you can react. It's so annoying how perfectly that works. But yeah, dude.
No, you hate it. I get the feeling that you really hate it.
I mean, I'm not a fan. No, I'm not. This is not something that's going to get me excited. I mean, it's probably got like. Are we able to expand downwards? Probably not. There's probably decked out underneath here, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't actually checked. That's true. Decked out is underneath everything.
So we have no room for expansion. I mean, you said technical shop. You do realize how big technical things tend to be. Tend to go pretty big, dude. And what do we have here? We have like a postage stamp in the middle of the postage stamp in the middle of the shopping district. I mean, albeit, and then also your solution to this problem is you said, well, maybe we can take out the beloved Oh Dear store and the Industrial Day Pass store. Is that what you were saying?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that's just more space, right?
Yeah, but it's also more space. But it's separated by a path. What are we going to do? We're going to have like a bridge across, a slime block launcher to fire people from one store into the next. No, Iskalls.
To be fair, that would be cool.
It's very cool, actually.
That would be very cool.
I kind of sold myself on my own idea. But like...
So yes? Is this good?
No.
What do you... Okay, what's your suggestion?
I say... We head for the seas. I would say, I mean, there's some big spots of land out here.
What? So you mean we should actually build an island for the Empire?
In the ocean. Like, make our own giant thing. And it's like, yeah, we could even like make it ocean themed, because it's like, well, it's in the ocean, innit? So, you know, that's cool. After that incredibly enthusiastic sales pitch by me, Iskalls was on board, so now it was time to start building up the island. I do really want to help you, and I know you gave me 6 shulker boxes to fill up with sand. But
yeah, and I kept 8 for myself, so I was actually a good friend. I was like, I'll do 8, no problem.
And that's
6.
great, you know, and that's why I'm really happy to be partners with you, and that is why I think you will totally understand that I'm going to give these back quickly, because I've actually got something that I need to do this afternoon, but I will be back. We are partners, all right? And I will be back, and I'm going to help you out with things, all right? Partners?
But we need an island.
So I would say that was quite a big success. It's going to be great. I'm going to start on the research and development in the next Hermitcraft episode. But before I do, I'm going to address some of the comments. I'm sure some of you are going to be asking about Grian, because of course he was a part of Sahara in Hermitcraft Season 6. But he's not really interested in taking on another big technical redstone shop project. I mean, you have to remember he's got his barge, and that thing's pretty profitable. And one thing that I think we all remember from the Sahara project in Hermitcraft Season 6 is that although it was definitely one of the coolest shops in the shopping district, it definitely wasn't the most profitable. But we do have some very cool ideas of how this shop is going to operate, and it's going to be a lot more reliable and a lot faster than Sahara ever was. And I think this season we can make some serious diamonds. Oh, and one other thing, I'm sure some people are going to assume that this shop is going to be just a redstone version of the barge. No, the barge sells everything that you don't want to craft, whereas this shop is going to sell everything, like literally everything. Think of it as like a shopping mall, but in Minecraft. Anyway, that's enough Empire talk. I think I've finally fixed up my villager breeder, so now it's time for a test. And immediately things are not going well. These two managed to have a baby villager, and clearly he's not in the system, and there's a villager down there. What's going on? In theory, this is now fixed. Like, in theory, this is now ready to rock and roll. It's not. It still doesn't work. These villagers right here are constantly trying to breed with the villager up at the top, and if they do manage to breed, then the baby villager just pops out over here and then runs off and is running around in the fields. So I think I'm going to give up on trying to find fixes for this villager breeder, and instead I'm just going to redo the villager breeder. And I've been watching a video by Logical Geek Boy, and he has a villager breeder that uses a really interesting game mechanic, which is the fact that baby villagers want to try and jump on beds. So you can actually have villagers breed up in this area here, not have dedicated breeding villagers, but instead have them in here. Then when they have a baby, the baby is going to run, try and jump on some beds, but instead is going to fall down into some water and then be taken off into a little holding area. That is a very cool concept. I'll put a link to it down in the description, and we're going to be using a slightly modified version. Things are going pretty decently here, so I've got the little hole that the baby villager is going to run through, I've got the little drop chute, I've got the water chamber type thing, and also now I am creating the system that will allow us to detect when the baby villager grows into a full-sized villager and then transport them into another holding chamber. Because villager breeding is all about holding chambers of various shapes and sizes. Right, here goes then. I have to place in this water and then place in that glass block there nice and quickly. Guy drops down into there. And other guy drops down into there as well. Yes. Okay, now just a quick, very temporary minecart rail running up to the top so we can get our extra villager in. And off he goes, up he goes, and in he goes. That should be everything all done. So we should now have a fully functional villager breeder. They seem to be staring very, very, very intensely at one another. Oh my goodness. Well, I think that's a good sign. Thousands of potatoes. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. First the staring happened, then the potatoes happened. And now a baby happens? A baby happened! That is how love works. Staring potatoes and then babies, and then that baby has instantly, yes, gone straight into the water system and is just down there. Yes! It's only taken me 5 hours. It's only taken me 5 hours. We've got ourselves a working villager breeder. Sweet. Goodness gracious me, that farmer must have really, really good potatoes because this farm is firing out babies. Oh, and the system is working perfectly. By the way, Logical Geek Boy, this is a great idea. So now I have to leave it running for a decent chunk of time to get enough villagers to actually fill up our iron farm. So I guess while we do that, we should probably check up on Iskalls. Hopefully he has an absolutely stunning island for me. That isn't necessarily the case.
I have been busy and you have been gone.
What is this, dude?
What do you mean?
This looks like a chunk
it's
error,
the start
mate.
of our empire.
It looks like a chunk error.
What?
It literally looks like where the terrain doesn't generate properly on a Minecraft world, Iskalls. What sort of island is this? What are you doing? Iskalls, look, follow me.
Wait, I'm so confused. Do you not like the island start?
Well, no, I'm not the biggest. Look at this. Look, lovely. It's a nice kind of smooth transition off the edge. It's got all sorts of texture. We've got some greenery.
I'm sorry, but follow me. I didn't realize that you were.
Where are you going?
Here, come here to me. That you were such an island master.
Like... all right. Okay, we don't.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that this is how you built an island.
Oh, no, I can't believe you just lit me up like that.
And besides,
I retract all my statements.
I'm just kidding. That was a troll island. I've actually built a real island.
Where?
I built a real island over here. Built a real island over here. This is what I've been working on for the past few hours.
Dude, no, that
this island, and I think it is a good size. It may need to get bigger over time,
Dude,
but it's
I can't-
it's a
hang on,
great.
but let me
it's a
stop you.
great size.
Let me stop.
It's good.
Okay, well, so there was a
I think
lectern
this is
there,
it, dude.
but that was
Yeah,
the
I
lectern.
yeah, I
that
had a
placed.
lectern of like items that I needed to bring
Do you
here
have,
and
do you have
stuff
the
like
book
that.
that was in the lectern at all? Like, can I take a look
Yep.
at that?
I don't need the book anymore. Got everything in my head. Everything is saved. Sound is safe.
I really hope no one needs
yeah.
to change their skin back still.
This is the island. This is the work that I put down. What do you think of this one? This is definitely. Did you call the other island a chunk error? I've been working on all the edges as well. It's
Well,
taken
that's weird.
me a
Hang
long
on,
time.
Iskalls. I mean, just pop over to this side quickly, because I feel like you might not have done this. I think I might have maybe caught you out a little bit. I can't help but notice that there's certain blocks in the side of this island that you've chosen to put in. That you. All right. Okay. Well, I guess this is the island. So you didn't like the old location then? You didn't like the location that was over there, no?
Was this not the location we picked from the beginning?
I mean, no, it's fine. You know, this location's also good.
So, I mean, it does need a little bit more stuff. So I guess now that you're back, because I'm planning on, I've planned everything out. I need to place down some more blocks and stuff like that. But
Right.
now that you're back, we can work on it double speed.
Yeah, that would be good. I've got lots of stuff to do though with my other stuff. So I will leave you to
stuff.
that. Yeah, I've just got lost. Oh, my elytra's broken. That's embarrassing. So after that slightly embarrassing attempted exit, I decided I couldn't log back onto the server for the rest of the night. But when I log back in the next morning, this looks good. This looks cool. Wow, he has gone all in here. This is beautiful. I'm a massive fan of that. That looks really, really good. And he has given plenty of space to play with, at least for the time being. Hello, hope this island is good enough for you, partner, in inverted commas. Is this because I didn't help you build the island? I think that might be because I didn't help him build the island. Also, please make a meeting room here. Alright, that sounds like fun. Now, because this meeting room, I'm assuming, is going to have to get moved on so that we can actually build up the ridiculous structure that is going to be our incredible technical redstone shop, I'm just going to make it as ridiculous as possible. Just because I want to see if Iskalls actually mentions it or if he just goes along with it. Either way will be incredibly entertaining to me. And I'll be honest, I sat down for a long time trying to think of the silliest possible idea that I could come up with. And as you can probably tell in my voice, finally something came to mind and I'm extremely excited about it. So I've done some testing in my redstone testing world and I'm going to need a lot of very small quantities of resources. And they're all things that, yeah, it really doesn't look like I have. I have absolutely nothing required to build this. This should be about 90% of the things that I require for this build. The rest of the items I can probably, or should I say hopefully, pick up in the shopping district. Yes. No. I'm just going to ignore my lack of certain essential items and just crack on with the build. And I'm sure pretty much all of you are wondering what my idea of the silliest possible meeting room is. And the answer is various pool inflatables. I just love the idea. I love the idea of having a business meeting, like an essential business meeting where you're planning on forming the largest company in the world, essentially. I mean, we want to be the biggest business on Hermitcraft, and I love the idea that you are holding that meeting on various different types of pool inflatables. So, of course, we're starting things off with the iconic inflatable flamingo, and then, of course, we've got the equally iconic yellow floating inflatable duck, which I absolutely love this thing. He's absolutely adorable. I love his little feet. What on earth? What on earth? Is this the dog? This is the dog that I lost. He's just appeared on my flamingo. I was in the middle of eating a cheesecake when my dog just appeared. I don't know what to say. Well, I guess if I just nudge him along a little bit, he can permanently stay on here. He could be... Alright. Wait. Yes, he is my dog. I'm going to get him a name tag and a little yellow collar because it contrasts really nicely with this pink flamingo. I guess this guy right here is the third member of the little empire we're creating. Thank goodness I designed 3 different types of pool floaty. Right, let's keep constructing these things. Now we have a rather lovely looking parrot. This guy right here, he doesn't look quite so good directly from the front, but from the side, I mean, that is some serious flair he has going on. He's got a little ruffled neck, you know, All sorts of little details there. And of course, this wouldn't be a pool party meeting room without some form of lilos. So we've got a few of those dropped into the mix. And this area is really, really coming together. But there is one incredibly important key element that is currently missing. It does look hilarious already though. And that essential element is, of course, rubber rings. I mean, we couldn't possibly build this without having rubber rings, donut rings, whatever you want to call them. And I gotta say, I've had so much fun just coming up with the designs for these things. Like, it is so different from my usual style of building. I've never built anything like this before. And it's honestly made my afternoon. I mean, look at these things. Look at all this stuff. I think it's safe to say that I'm chuffed to bits with this. Right, I reckon that's probably enough, I would say. I mean, I just want to get a feel for how this scene looks. I feel like I want to invite all the hermits over for a little party over here. Look at this place. I can't wait to hold meetings here. I honestly can't wait to hold meetings here. There is one problem though. Our rubber ring donuts don't really hold you up. I feel like that needs to be fixed. I've come up with a genius plan. I mean, it does solve the problem, but I don't know if it ruins the effect. Okay, maybe my genius plan wasn't quite so genius after all. I'd love to know a solution for this problem that I'm running into. Probably the most niche problem I've ever run into. I can't build a rubber ring that I can stand inside of without sinking through. Psycraft, please come to my aid. Oh, I've come up with an even better idea. Give me a second. Okay, so I think earlier on, I wrongfully referred to a non-genius plan as a genius plan, whereas this is definitely a genius plan. It actually works. Yes. Oh, Iskalls is going to be so proud of me. And to top it all off, I've come up with a wicked name for my dog. Just give me a second. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome the third member of the Empire, Basil. He's looking incredibly handsome, isn't he? And on that rather dashing note, it's time to end. I really do hope that you enjoyed this episode on the Hermitcraft server. It has been an absolute ton. A boat ton. An inflatable ton of fun to record. It's been really, really cool. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya! And of course, I couldn't possibly finish off this Hermitcraft episode without a bit of extra shameless self-promotion. Merchandise is now available. It's been a long time coming. I haven't done like a proper merchandise thing in quite some time, and I'm really, really happy with the designs. They look fantastic. And if you order now, they will definitely arrive by Christmas. You will have them before Christmas. So that's huge.